Kalau NO2, then V would be the volume of the O2. Okay. So equivalently, the mole fraction apart from the mole amount, the mole fraction can also be equivalent to the volume fraction. Okay, volume, let's say NCO2 over N total equivalence to VCO2 over V total, which is Y, the mole fraction of YI. So, sebab apa kita boleh samakan adalah mole CO2 dia akan ambil a certain volume inside the product kan. So, dia akan relate dengan mole dia. Berapa banyak mole dan berapa banyak sama dengan volume. They take up the space. That's why dia boleh similarkan dengan volume. Faham tak? Let's say dalam combustion chamber, dalam stream lah. This one is total volume. Kan, V total. Okay. Let's say ada one part of CO2. Okay, dari sini kita boleh dapat mole of CO2 and CO2. Amount of this mole of CO2 akan take up space sebanyak VCO2. Okay, that's why dia boleh samakan. Okay, the total fraction, usually most of the time it goes to 1. Okay. Now from there, kita boleh guna untuk cari partial pressure using Dalton's law of partial pressure. Dalton's law. Let me know kalau term mana yang you tak familiar. Okay, PI over here, I tadi refer to the component lah. For example, CO2. So kita akan cari berapa mole of CO2. This one mole lah. RU and T is constant. Depends on the process. Okay, so P also boleh disamakan dengan mole fraction. Okay. Now, Antoine equation. Ini untuk water vapor. To calculate the dew point of product gases. This is the standard equation. Equation ni saya akan bagi. Just need to know how to use it. Okay, where the pH2O over here is partial pressure of the water in bar. Pressure in bar, T in Kelvin. Okay, so always be aware on the unit. Pressure usually akan give in kPa. Then you need to convert. Okay, so from here, we need to know what is the temperature. If we go through this example, in this problem, propane C3H8 is burned with 61% of excess air. Okay, enter combustion chamber at 25 degrees C. Assuming complete combustion, a total pressure of 1 atm, then it asks you to determine the air-fuel ratio. Okay, assuming complete combustion here maksudnya products, you have CO2, H2O, O2 and N2. Okay, you only have these 4 products. So the first question asks you to determine the air-fuel ratio. This one, AF ratio. Okay, we go through one by one. Okay, first thing first, always find your combustion equation. generate the combustion equation. Find out the A stoic, dapat A stoic adalah 5. Okay, so from there, multiply by 1.61, then you dapat A actual. Okay. So A stoic 5, A actual 5 multiplied by 161. Why 161? 61% tadi adalah excess. Okay. Okay, so from there, make sure semua balance lah, the products. Okay, this one, they simply ambil 61% as the excess, whereby sepatutnya you should calculate, make it unknown and calculate the balance kan, using balance. Okay. Okay, from there you get the finalized the finalized combustion equation. Okay. So once dah dapat dah dapat combustion equation, find the AF. A is the A actual over here, multiply by 4.76 and molecular weight of the air. Then here, molecular weight of the gas. So you dapat the AF. Okay. So usually, just to share with you the mark distribution, kalau this kind of question, AF kan, the calculation to get the A over here, biasanya akan dapat half mark. A start, then A actual, another half mark. Okay, and then the final combustion equation, here usually 1 or 2 marks. Depends to the equation. Then the AF over here, final answer usually 1 mark. This part usually will get 1 mark as well. So for A, question A, roughly you can get 4 to 5 marks. That's how you get the marks. Okay. Okay, second question, dia tanya pasal the percentage of CO2 by volume in the products. CO2 in the products. So we need to find the N total. The question asks for the Y CO2. Okay, so Y CO2, we know that equivalent to N CO2 and N total. N total tadi, it doesn't mention whether wet or dry. So you can either one. Kalau question tak state, either one is correct. Kalau kat sini dia ambil as in total inclusive the water, wet. Okay. So from there, NCO2 Okay, why we can, kenapa kita boleh samakan yang V dengan N tadi disebabkan the previous one that I explained. Okay, so sebab tu kita boleh straight away ambil mol dia. NCO2 free comes from the equation. Okay, over the N total, then you get 7.4%. Now, number C, the dew point. Okay, dew point. So, ini kena guna the Antoine equation. Okay, this one, Antoine equation tadi. Okay, Antoine equation, okay. I take up this. Okay, I copy back equation. Okay, this is the Antoine equation. Now, it asks you the dew point. So, T ni lah yang kita nak cari, the T. To get the T, we need to use this equation, the Antoine equation. But before that, we need the pH2O before we find out the T. So, how to find the pH2O adalah we can get from the equation over here. Okay, NH2O kita dapat 4 mol tadi, N. Where we know that kita boleh samakan the N fraction to the partial pressure fraction. So N total kita dapat tadi 40. P now kita nak cari pH2O, the partial pressure. P is given as in the question earlier. Okay, P is 1 atm. Okay, P is 1 atm. Equivalence to 101.32 kPa. Okay, so dari situ kita boleh dapat the pH2O in kPa first. Okay, sebab apa in kPa first? Because we need to find the T dew point using pressure in kPa. It's from the table. Table guna kPa. Okay, up to there, boleh tak? Sebelum we move to the table. pH2O kita dapat ni. So now, okay, I buka table. Okay, dalam table ni pressure dia you see is in MPa. MPa kan. The pH2O tadi dapat dalam unit apa? kPa. Right, so equivalent to berapa MPa? 0.01. Table A5. Wait. Okay, sorry. A5, saturated water. Apa tadi? 10 kan? Okay, 10. Table A5, 10. 10 point, we take as 10 lah. Okay, so T set, here you can see 45.81. Refer to table A5, pressure yang kita dapat tadi adalah 10. Then at 10 you dapat the T set is 45.81. Okay, so if you calculate 10, then T set is 45. If let's say you get other value of pressure, let's say 50, then your, okay, let's say you get 50, okay, 40, then this is your T set 75. Depends to the pressure that you calculate. Sorry, ini kita tak guna Antoine equation lagi. Kalau guna Antoine, berapa dapat? 90 something. Convert the pH2O to bar. Sebab tadi from this statement, P in bar, T in Kelvin. Dapat? Dapat. Okay, so apart from using the Antoine equation, they straight away use the table. Okay, but need to find out the partial pressure of the water, then refer to the table. Boleh, should be boleh. Because kalau you look through, I pernah look through a few journals, this Antoine equation, it has few version of Antoine equation. Okay, so we stop at here. You digest first. Next week, we continue with another example. Okay, take your time to digest first.